So that money I used to dress up, be a cool guy, try my best to buy a phone, a new phone, walking elegantly in the middle of these streets, saying the chorus, "Hi, what are you doing?" That's what I used to do. I don't care. All I care is just to make my English out, not inside me. That's what we need. I know every one of you knows English better than me, but all we need is just to make the word out, not to keep it inside. How many words can you tell in English? Say a word, a book, a car, a table, a drink, a laptop, a microphone, a mobile phone, a shirt, a t-shirt, a pen, a mobile, whatever. How many words do you know? A lot, but you need them to put together and say them out. That's what you need. That's what we need. That's what we need. We don't need African guys who come to our country and say, "You guys, how do you pronounce this word? Can anybody help me with a book?" Wait, thanks. This one. This one is going to be working. A book. Say, that's what they say when they come to our class. Africans, Kenyans, they say, "Hey, what do you mean? How do you call this?" And I say, some people they say, "Poke." And he says, "Poke." It's not P, it's B. He's discouraging me, not motivating me. Saying, "You're stupid." You say book. Say book. Don't say book. It's not P, it's B. That's what he's saying. And then when I come to my class and I stand in front of the class and say, "Hey teacher, Mr. Can we have a Kenyan name? A Kenyan name. Mr. Kenyatta." Look, he's my teacher for time. Say, "Hey, Mr. Kenyatta, let me speak in front of the class." Okay, he says, "Go, do." I'm trying to say something, I'm doing a lot of things, and then the students look at me and say, "Hey, you're great." They give me a warm welcome. And then what did Kenyatta say, Mr. Kenyatta? He says, "Hey, you were good, but what's that but for?" What does that mean? You were good somehow, but you're pronouncing the words, you're mistaken. You're really making mistakes. And then what I feel that Mr. Kenyatta is the biggest guy of English speakers. And I say I have to be like Mr. Kenyatta. Mr. Kenyatta is a kind of bullshit. Mr. Kenyatta is nothing. He's not better than you. You're better than him. He knows that you're making the best of yours, and he's telling you that you're doing the worst of yours. That's what they do. Really, that's what they do. What do you think of your friends? You need to speak, you need to say something. You don't have to give a damn to those Kenyans, those Ugandans who dismotivate us, who discourage us, who say us, the Somali people, "You know nothing. We know a lot." The Somali girls when they stand in front of the public and they speak in English, you can really never believe it. You say, is she an American girl or is she a British girl? Is she an Australian girl, a Canadian, a native speaker? But if you see a Uganda girl who is standing in the middle of LA, do we know LA? Los Angeles, a girl is standing in the middle of public, and she's saying, "I want to do such conversation," or something like that. I'm not familiar with it. He's saying that, she's saying that you can automatically identify that this girl is African, Western African girl. But a Somali girl is standing in Ohio, is speaking English, you can never know whether she's Jamaican, whether she's Nega Americans, whether she's those who wear the hoodie call. You can never know. You think like she's American, the way she's speaking. If she's in the UK, you think of her like she's British woman. You can never know a Somali girl who is speaking English. You can never know a boy in the UK who is speaking English. So we have the best time, the best memory, the best mechanics of English learning or language learning. Somali people do speak Chinese, do speak Japanese, Indian, they do speak any kind of language. Everywhere you go, you will see a Somali man or a Somali girl. She will speak that language well, perfectly. We can do a lot, guys, don't we? Can we? We can do a lot, can we? Yes, we can. Let's say yes, we can. Yes, we really can. We can make a difference that any other African nation did. Finally and foremost, do not worry if you're confused. Sometimes you feel confused because for the first time when I got in here, these faces were unfamiliar with me. I felt a little bit confusion, for example. Then I don't have to give the time to the confusion. I have to give it to focus and say, you can do it. I don't have to give it down about my heartbeat. My heart beats, right? It beats. You feel like, oh, you're standing in front of a lot of people. I didn't know you, and I don't care whether you're here or not. That's what we do. That's what you need to do. You don't have to care about the people. All you care about is just to focus your message that you're carrying with. Do you understand? Do we understand that?
Yeah.
Good. Later on, there will be discussions. Some of you will come out here and share their thoughts with us. And I would like to have some volunteers, if you can raise your finger, some volunteers who are going to share with us today. Good, thank you. What's your name, brother? Noor?
Carol.
Carol. Wow, that's a beautiful name, that's great. And any other person? Volunteer, boy, great. Any other? Brother, what's your name? Abdul Qadir, Mr. Carol. A lot of guys here, great. What about the girls here? Girls, we have to say you want a chair in the parliamentary, but you don't want a chair in education, don't you? You do, I'm sure. Say something, one of you. One of you has raised. I'll ask you some questions and you will comment. One of you, at least, or two, maybe three. Can we have? Can we have? That one. You're going to raise it, right? One of you, at least. Yeah. The goal is at least with the yashma. Nobody can see your face at least. That's great. You're in a mosque. Nobody can see you. Whatever they will volunteer later on. Beside that. Thank you. Make your mistakes. What? Make your mistakes work for you, not work against you. If you make a mistake, say I did mistake. List your mistakes. Then come up with a solution. And then be a better speaker. Set your own goals. Why do you need to speak? Why do you need to be an English speaker? Because you need to be seen by the world. You need to speak in every country. For example, when you graduate from your university, you're going outside of the country, for example. You want to teach the Africans, the Asians, the Australians, the Americans with your blends. How? By Somali? Are you going to teach it through Somali? No, it's not going to work. You need to know English, at least an international language. At that time, you have to feel confident to explain something in English just like you feel in Somali. Great. Set your own goals. Why do I need to speak English? Why do I need to learn English? Some of you are semester 7. Submitting their thesis. Need to know the language. You need your supervisors will say, hey, this is the simple class. Your proposal is expected to be simple future. You see that, right? So, if I don't know what the simple future means, what would I do? I have to go to a friend. Will I be a guest for the rest of my life? For someone, say, help me, I'll give you some money. Do it for me. You're going to take everybody? No, you need to be your own. Set your own goals. Why do I need to learn English? It's because I want to submit my thesis by getting no help. I want to be a perfect English speaker. I want to be touched by the world. That's what we need. Set your own goals. Now, that's all for what I have to say today. Challenges, overcoming ways, and there are discussion questions I'm going to share with you here. Is there a problem? Is there a problem with the connection, Mr. A problem with the connection. Anyway, the volunteers right now. One of you, where is Abdul Qadir? Abdul Qadir, the question is Good, thanks. Thank you. Abdulkader, you can see the questions clearly, can you? I think you can. Abdulkader. Really? Okay, thank you. Okay. Finally, Abdulkader, wait a little minute. I want to thank first for the students who gave us their best time here, their valuable time. But later on, we will make the conclusion. But before that,
first we experience a lot of environmental games, Now, you can't get something we can practice with you. The environment that we have to do so that our community language